말씀하시면 됩니다.
Oh, I have to start? Am I starting?
우리 모두 최고봉이 되는 그날까지. 안녕하십니까. 탑5의 미친 남자 탐미남 고봉입니다. 오늘 제가 지금 나와 있는 이곳은 보시다시피 그냥 일반 가정집입니다. You know 가정집?
가정집? No, I don't know.
Someone's house.
Oh, just someone's house. Okay.
그리고 지금 저와 함께 있는 미녀 게스트. You know this mean?
Yes, I know this one.
Just
Just smile and agree.
오늘 특급 게스트 사이아를 소개합니다.
안녕하세요. Hello everyone, my name is Saya. Pleased to meet you. I'm from the UK and I moved
Not
to...
yet.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, some questions for that. 자, 오늘 제가 사이아와 함께 이야기를 나눌 주제는 약간 고향에 대한 얘기를 간단한 질문 몇 가지로 우리 외국인 친구들은 어떤 생각들을 하고 있는지 여러분들께 낱낱이 말씀드리도록 하겠습니다. Okay?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I can understand.
How many percent?
90.
오!
Yeah.
바로 본론으로 들어가서 첫 번째 질문. 사야? Hi, nice to see you. I'm so glad to meet you.
Okay, you're being creepy.
Where are you from?
I'm actually from the UK. So I was born in England, but I've lived in different places in the UK, which is why my accent's a bit strange. So because I lived in England until I was about 12 years old, and then I moved to Ireland, and then I moved back to England again. So I've picked up some accents and slang from different places.
Next question.
Okay.
Where are you?
If like place or in life?
Anything.
Okay.
Just-
Right now I live in Jeonju,
Korea, right?
Korea.
Why did you come here?
I actually came here because I really wanted to travel. So after I graduated school, I was exhausted. I thought, where is as far from the UK as possible? Asia! When I came to Korea first in 2012, people would stop me on the street all the time because I was maybe the first foreign person they'd ever seen. So people would like stop me to take pictures and yeah, it was really...
Next question.
Okay.
Is there any moment you want to go back to your hometown? Your family is in Turkey now, right?
In Ireland right now. Sometimes I miss my family, of course.
Sometimes.
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 My family's very
Interesting.
loud, so I miss my family or like different things like my mom's cooking or something like that, you know? But England, I miss sometimes.
Sometimes and sometimes.
Yeah. And if you guys have ever been to London, it's a really sort of international, diverse, really interesting place actually. So London is a cool place to live. So I miss London sometimes. Very expensive.
I wanted to ask that.
Very expensive, yeah.
Renting the house,
Right.
and food.
I calculated my living expenses when I was staying, not in London even, it was outside of London, but for 1 month, the rent and the bills together, I was paying 1,600,000 won.
160만 원 한 달에.
Outside of London.
월세가
월세.
Outside London.
Outside.
Not
외곽,
even
외곽.
London.
외곽.
Not even London.
Then inside of London.
Impossible. I did have a house, so I had like 2
House.
bedrooms and living room. But now I have 2 bedrooms and a living room, so. You know.
Then did you live with your roommate or
Yeah, I did at that time.
how many?
Just one at that time.
Totally about 3 million.
Yeah.
외곽 쪽에서 집 하나를 빌리는 300만 원 정도, 한 320만 원 정도를 월세로. Are you rich?
No.
Is there any word like there is 전세 in Korea, right?
Oh, Jeonse? Yeah.
Is
right.
there in
No.
London? No. Just next question.
Okay.
Then, when you miss your thing, your home something, what do you do? Something activity or something behavior?
If I ever miss my parents, I can just FaceTime them. So it's fine, you know? But usually, like, the things I miss from my home is usually something like food, because I love food and food's really important. So
Yeah, it is.
I travel for food.
For food.
It's never 100% the same, but it's similar.
And then is it Turkish or British?
Both.
Bah.
Yeah.
Then can you recommend any dishes?
Meat pies are very popular. back home.
But it sounds like a little weird in Korea.
Right?
Pie means something bread or with flour.
See, like in Europe, bread isn't sweet. It's part of our dinner, or it's like instead of rice or something, we'll eat it with bread. So we don't put that much sugar into our breads or anything. But pies actually have a really cool history.
Next question.
Okay.
Can you recommend to the audience which place or which store is best for you? If it is Jeonju,
Jeonju. In Jeonju it's a little bit difficult because we don't really do Western food very often. But if you do kind of want foreign food, so for example, fish and chips, you can actually get it in Mad Hungry.
Mad Hungry in
So
Shinchigaji.
in Shinchigaji, right? Mad Hungry.
It's
fine.
I think that is reason why many foreigners are there, right?
Right.
In living in Jeonju, right?
Right. It's just for the food.
Next question.
Okay.
Then how many years have you been living in Korea?
About 8 years.
About 8 years. It's a lot. It is a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Could you feel some difference with your hometown, with Korea?
Yeah, so many. Yeah, lots of differences. Lots of differences.
Can you pick 5 things?
Let's see. There's so many. Yeah, no, there's a lot of differences.
Number 5.
5. One big thing is the schooling. I didn't I understood that in Asia, school is a really big thing, and there's the after school schools and everything.
Academic.
I didn't realize how long children were in school for. So that was actually really shocking, because in England we have our after school activities if we want to do them, but we're not really forced to do any extra school. It's not expected. 아쉽다.
Even children study like a scholar, right?
Yeah, too much, too much. Number 4.
Number 4.
I think is very important is people's attitude to animals. So for example, many of my friends say that they don't really care about animals because they've never had any experience like being with animals or being raised around animals, which is kind of surprising because in Western countries, almost every house has some pets or, So for example, in my house now I actually have 3 cats. Rescued, didn't buy them. So
Number 3.
Number 3. Diversity.
Diversity. What does it mean?
Diversity means how many different people are in one area. So for example, because I grew up in London, I would see all different types of people all the time. Like all different colors, races, languages are like not uncomfortable, but there's just different things that come with it, For example, one thing is like fashion or something too. I like looking scary, but so for example, sometimes I have to hide my tattoos, or like sometimes I take out my piercings and I tie my hair up so that I don't look scary. Whereas like in England, it's just like I don't have to think about it,
That if you are in England now, then
yeah.
can you teach with piercing or with tattoos?
Yeah, of course I can. Actually, I used to work in a shoe store, but it was kind of like an expensive shoe store, and I had bright blue hair, and the grandmothers would come and say like, "I love your hair." I say, "I know, thank you."
Okay, number 1.
Number 1. I guess it's the culture. I suppose the culture is the biggest difference. So one thing that's probably difficult for Western people is holding your tongue. So when an old person is being rude to me,
you have to keep your real you, right?
Like
inside of you,
right? Like in England, we're still very strong about like manners and having good manners and being nice to older people and that kind of thing. But if an older person is really rude, I don't have to be cute. I think it's a difference between mutual respect and then having to respect. So like I feel I'm forced to respect.
So do you think it's kind of weakness in Korea?
I think it can be a weakness because I think young people have a lot of value. So I think not listening to someone because they're younger or not valuing someone because they're younger is a waste of potential. I think that young people need to be encouraged.
Next question.
Okay.
Are you having a good time in Korea?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. Oh, you now hesitate.
I hesitate. No. Korea is very easy to live. Usually, not always, but usually.
Usually.
When you give people money to do something, they do it. In England, we're almost famous for being slow to do anything. For example, to get all my visa things ready to come here, it took months. Months. Whereas in Korea, I can just give someone some money and say, hey, can you get this ready for me? And they call me the next day like, hey, it's here.
Next question.
Okay.
Do you miss your family?
I do miss my family. I miss my parents a lot. And
just family.
I have 2 brothers.
You have 2 brothers.
They're fine.
Okay.
No, I miss them as well.
Then, can you say something for your parents
For my mom and
through
dad.
this lens?
Oh, what should I say? I talk to them all the time though.
Maybe yesterday.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But the mood is different with this time, right?
That's true, that's true.
3, 2, 1.
Mama, Baba, I miss you and I love you so much. And hopefully, when this plague clears up, I can see you again soon.
Done?
Done.
한마디만 더. It's not done, right?
What?
We have one more topic,
What?
right?
Okay.
We have.
Okay.
Maybe they will miss you, but you will be there one more time, right?
Okay.
There is one more video for you guys. So
if you guys want to see my face again, next video.
Please be patient. Okay, bye. 여러분 다음에 또 봐요.
See you next one.
네, 다음 영상에서 또 나올 거예요. 안녕.
그래요? 무서웠어? 아들.